Recently, Lisa Ray said in an interview that a man making less than $500,000 a year need not approach her. And don't get me wrong, Lisa Ray is still beautiful, but at 60 years old, there were three things I gathered from her statement. Now, let me preface by saying everybody's got the right to their own standards, their own beliefs, their own perspectives, and what they demand. But just because you have a standard, a belief, and a demand does not mean that that's what you're going to get. You want a $2 million house on the hill and you're making $50,000 a year, you're most likely not going to ever have that. Number one is a lot of older women tend to give younger women bad advice when they're in their peak years. Number two is, for the most part, a person, whether it's man or woman, is only single for two reasons. And number three has brought me to the conclusion that the reason we see so many attractive older women single and unmarried is because of mindsets just like Lisa Ray's. Now, when I say older women sometimes give younger women bad advice, these are the kind of situations I speak about. Now, Lisa Ray, nothing against her. She's been married two times, and both times lasted less than a car lease. Both of them was 3 years. So as far as keeping a relationship, she shouldn't be giving advice like this. Number two is women who want to be married in the traditional sense, meaning I'm going to get married, I'm going to have children, I'm going to have a nuclear family, I'm going to grow old with this man and raise a family. That window was probably from 20 to 40. And after that, you can still have a relationship. You can still find that man, but the traditional nuclear family time is on a timetable. And you don't have forever to do that. So when you say you need a man that makes 500K a year, that sounds a little crazy. Number two is you're only single for two reasons. Now, yeah, some people may not want to be in a relationship at all, fine. But for people that do believe in relationships, you're only single for two reasons. Either one, the people that you want don't want you, or the people that want you, you don't want. That's it. There's no additional information needed. You can say, oh, I'm single by choice. No, you're not. No, you're not. And number three is this is why there are so many attractive older women that are unmarried or alone. And it's because they have this delusional idea of what the man they deserve is. And it's usually one or two reasons. One, they are so attractive when they are young, they think they have forever. There's always going to be another wealthy, handsome man coming down the pipeline to take care of them. And that time usually ends by the time they get to their mid 40s. Even and there's some beautiful women, just like Lisa Ray. But a man, like I said, making 500K, he's going back to get a younger woman. She's more attractive. She most likely can have children for him if that's something that he wants. And it's unfair to men too, because when men come out in the game, we 20 some years old, we have no money. We can blow your back out, but we have no money, no career, no assets. But those older men, they can go back and get younger women. And women are looking for men that are paid already when they're young. Do you know the average age a man that becomes a millionaire is? That's not an entertainer, that's not an athlete, that's not some rapper or actor? 57. 57 years old is when the average man becomes a millionaire. So if you're a woman in your 20s looking for a man in his 20s that's a millionaire, unless you're looking for an entertainer athlete, that's not happening. You got to grow with that man. But the attractive women always think there's just millions of these men lined up. Millions of men over 6 foot with six packs making six figures that are coming to rescue them. And eventually that time ends. So Lisa Ray says that any man who doesn't make 500K or less can't talk to her. Most likely she will remain in the position she's in. Single woman, and that will be her story. Do you think that that is a requisite that women should have when looking seriously for a relationship? Because that's not 95 to 98% of the men walking this earth.